Welcome back after Pesach. I hope all had a meaningful holiday, ate enough matzah, and let's talk a little bit about something about Jewish history. You know, everybody keeps telling you all the time, I don't know everybody, but a lot of people, you know, why are you using January, February, March, you know, the Gregorian calendar, use Hebrew calendar. The Hebrew calendar should be, you know, X amount of days for Nisan and so on and so forth. And, you know, your heritage, okay, yeah. The question is this really Jewish? Are the months that we're using, are they really Jewish months? So we need to know that in earlier days, in earlier times, they had two main yearly systems in which they worked by. Okay, they had a system that started with a spring in what we call the month of Nisan, and a year and a cycle that started in the fall with the month of Tishrei, and later on, as years go by, and I guess maybe because we left the land, and most of the Jews live outside of the land, maybe, I don't know, I'm just speculating, the second system of having the month of Tishrei, the year starting at the fall, became the main one, and we kind of forgot about the other ones, and we just left with the names. In the Tanakh, in the Torah, in the Tanakh, the Hebrew months are usually referred to by their order, by the number that they have appeared to. So, for example, Chodesh Nisan. Rabbi, Chodesh Nisan will be the first month, Chodesh Harishon. And, for example, as it says in Sefer Shmot, in Perek Mem, Chodesh Harishon, Chodesh Hashlishi, and so on and so forth. Or Bashlishi, if you remove it, Bashlishi on the third means to the third month, so therefore the third month will be what we call today Sivan, so it's Nisan, Iyar, Sivan, so that's the third month. In Sefer Melachim, the book of Kings, mentioned three names of Canaanites month, which are very early. For example, you would have in Sefer Melachim Aleph, you would have Yerach HaEitanim, the month of whatever is Eitanim, you know, we'll see. Or Yerach Bul, Yerach month, because we go by the cycle of the moon. Yerach Yareach, it's by the cycle of the moon. Yerach Bul, which refers to the month of Cheshvan. Yerach Ziv, the splendor month, which is Iyar. Earlier names for the for the months are also known from the Gezer tablet, which is dated about the 10th century BCE. And that tablet has 8 different names for the month, were in conjunction with the word Yerach, okay, which is a month, or Yercho, which will be months plural, or so on and so forth. They are all associated with agricultural activities. We don't understand all of them, we understand some of them. For example, Yarcho Asif, the harvest moon. Yarcho Zara, Zara, to plant. Yarcho Lakish is a late planting season. Yarcho Atzad Pashat, or Atzid Pishta, some say referring to the pulling or the harvesting of the cotton b'mitzad. Well, they used to parade down the aisle, the lanes, to pull pull the cotton, right? So that's the month in which we pick the cotton in a parade. Yacho Katzar Sha'aram. In other words, the month of harvesting seorim, the grains. Yacho Katzar Vakal. Katzar Vakal is usually it's a month of measuring. I guess who knows what they were measuring there. Yacho Zamar. Zamir is the harvesting of grapes, so the month of harvesting grapes. Yacho Ketz, the month of the summer. Okay? The names of the Hebrew months, which we use today, Nisan, Iyar, Cheshvan, Tammuz, all those names, are names of months that come from the Babylonian calendar. In other words, they're not Jewish. They're all Babylonians. And the Golei Bavel, those who came from Bavel, were the ones who introduced those names with the association of the months to what we have, the Hebrew culture, what we have. 7 of them are already mentioned in later biblical sources from the Bible itself. And we're going to mention them. Maybe we'll break it into 2 segments, and we'll do a few of them today and a few of them in some other day. So let's start with the month of Tishrei. The month of Tishrei, the first month of our Jewish calendar, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, comes from the Babylonian name of Tasiritu, which is the 7th month in the Babylonian calendar, and it means Rashit, beginning. Okay? In ancient times, the people who lived in Mesopotamia used to have 2 Rosh Hashanah, 2 New Years, right? One in Nisan and one in Tishrei. And in the times of Hammurabi, which is about 18th century BCE, it was common that Rosh Hashanah, of their Rosh Hashanah, will be in Chodesh Tishrei. But the minhag of Rosh Hashanah in Nisan, but the minhag of Rosh Hashanah in Tishrei did not start there. It started somewhere else. Tashri too, which means maybe could mean few things, right? It could be few things. It was simply forgotten. That is the Rosh Hashanah. Was forgotten. And there was even a holiday that they call in this by this name. And from the Mikra, from the scriptures, we know that Shem Knani Kadum, a different name to the month, which comes in association with the number of the month. And it says, Vayikhalu el HaMelech Shlomo, and they gather to King Shlomo, Kol Ish BeYisrael, every man in Israel, Beyerach HaEitanim, in the month of Eitanim. As we said, it's Canaanite. You see, it's not biblical. It's not Babylonian. It's B'chag v'hu b'chodesh hashvi'i. That's in Kings, Melachim Aleph, Kings 1, chapter 8, verse 2. The root of the name Tishrei, Shin Resh Yud, Share, is also known for many other Semitic languages. And it's quite common in Aramaic, Share, right? Share. And that root has few meanings to it. In one of the things was hetir, to be share, was mutar, was allowed. The next one is to begin. And for example, in Aramית we say Badin kamu zo Bavel bar Shaltiel veYeshua bar Yetzdak veSarav lemivna bet Elakah di bYerushalem. At that time, Zerubbabel and so on and so forth came to build the temple in Yerushalayim. That's in Ezra, right? And what we have in the Akdamot that we have, Milin v'Shayita, Shuta, so we have this and so on and so forth. You see, the month of Tishrei is really associated with beginning, is associated with a certain permission, with, that's why some people refer to, that's what we do, Hatarat Nedarim as well, and so on and so forth, right? And you see that it's really purely Babylonian. The name Tishrei is purely Babylonian. Which brings us to the next month. I'm going to make it short. I'm not going to make it too long. If we go to the month of Mar Cheshvan, or Mar Cheshvan, that is the month of Warha Samana. Shem HaChodesh HaShmini, which is the 8th month in the calendar, in the Babylonian calendar, which means the 8th month. In later Babylonian, and it says that they used to switch around between the Vav and the Mem, and so on and so forth. So the War became Mar. So people say it's Mar Cheshvan because of this. This is later on something that we had made up, and we came up with all these things. Oh, because there's no holidays, blah blah blah. They say it's Mar, so we give it the Mister. Nice try. I mean, it's fascinating. By the way, the anthropology of excuses that different cultures make for their thing. But this is really what it is. So therefore, the Vav in the beginning, War Cheshvan, became to Mar Cheshvan, and the Mem in the middle of the word switched to a Vav. Later on, we forgot. We forgot the meaning, the true meaning of the Chodesh, and therefore, many people later on became it Mar, Chodesh Mar, and then it's Chodesh Becheshvan, and so on and so forth. And again, that's why people write Mar, apostrophe Cheshvan, or as we call it today, Cheshvan. We just take the Mar Cheshvan. We say Cheshvan. In the Mikra, again, in Sefer Melachim, Bashana Achat Asar, in the 11th month, Beyerach Bul, Canaanite. Beyerach Bul, Hu HaChodesh HaShmini, which is the 8th month, Kala HaBayit, that's when they finished building Beit HaMikdash. So you see, there was difference between the months that they use in the Canaanite version to later on the Babylonian version. I don't know why we didn't stay with the Hebrew things. Why do we have to give them names? But again, that's for anthropologists, not for me. It could be the 8 months, or just give them names. You give them name. I don't know, Chag HaTshuva, Chodesh HaTshuva, Chodesh HaKaitz, Chodesh HaChom, I don't know, whatever. Why they have to come up with those crazy Babylonians or Canaanite names? But nevertheless, that's what it is. And now we made it Jewish. And that brings us to the month of Kislev. The month of Kislev, which is the 9th month in the Babylonian calendar, the meaning is not quite understood. The real name of it is Kislimu. And again, the way that we have it today, Kislav, comes from the changing of the Vav and the Mem, as we said before, and which we'll see later on in Chodesh Sivan as well. It's mentioned a few times in the Tanakh, in the Bible, with the number, and then it says Hayat Dvar Hashem el Zechariah ba'arba'ah lachodesh bekislev. That's in Zechariah. So you see, in the time of Zechariah, they already had the Babylonian name Kislev. And the second time in Sefer Nehemiah, Vayihi bechodesh Kislev shnat 20 V'ani hayiti b'Shushan HaBira, and I was in Shushan HaBira. So you see, these are all Babylonian, Persian, Babylonian names. They're not Jewish names. And the last one for today is going to be Chodesh Tevet, from the Babylonian name for the 10th month, which is going to be Tabatu, and which is very similar to the Hebrew words teva, nature. It comes from Akkadian, and in Akkadian they used to pronounce everything from the throat. So instead of that, we had the movement. Instead of those sounds that comes from the throat, like I guess Mongolians come like that, and therefore the meaning of the word is litevoa, to sink, either in water or in rain, because during that time, that's the month where it rains the most in that part of the world. That's the rainy season. And that month is already mentioned in Megillat Esther with association to its number. V'tilakach Esther el hamelech Achashverosh, and Esther was taken to the king Achashverosh at Bet Malchuto, b'chodesh ha'asiri, the 10th month, hu chodesh Tevet. That's in Megillat Esther. So you see from here, a lot of the Hebrew names are not Hebrew, and so on and so forth. So don't get too hung up on it. I guess to a certain extent, I'm guilty of that as well. I used to think so myself, but I really see that really technically, I don't see any difference using January or using Tevet. Just that the count is important. That I should know in the 10th month or the first month of the month, what is my cycle? So when I used to tell guys, you have to know where you're holding, was really referring to the cycle that you are in the Jewish month. The names you can call the month, we're in the month of Nisan now. As far as I'm concerned, you can call it Mazda. You don't have to call it Nisan, you can call it Mazda. I don't care what you call the month. But you should know where you are in the cycle, so you should know where Rosh Chodesh is and when the Chagim are. The names are not important, and that's it for today. Have a great day.